Hi, this is James Parkin, and today I want to talk about something I got into a year and a half ago now, I think it was, and that's penny stock trading. And the reason I got into it was actually I was looking for just a different way of making money online, something unique, and I was looking to make money, if I'm honest, quickly. Now, it hasn't turned out that way, believe me. But when I was searching online for this kind of opportunity, I had done something. I've always been interested in stock trading, and when I was hunting around for ways to make money through stocks, I came across penny stocks, and through that a guy named Timothy Sykes, and I started kind of following his stuff. And although he seemed pretty outgoing, and pictures with his Lamborghinis and all this kind of thing, he was clearly doing something right. So I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. This guy's making it work. How is he doing that? And so I initially signed up to a couple of his DVDs. I think it was How to Make Millions, and I definitely purchased Trading Tickers too. And I signed up for the Tim Alerts subscription service, and kind of followed that for a while, watched those DVDs and watched the alerts for a while, and then eventually I moved to the Tim Sykes Challenge, and I've been doing that since February, and that's been an interesting learning curve, and I'll go into more about that perhaps in future videos. Today, I want to go over the application StocksToTrade, which is what I actually use for tracking trades and watch lists. And the main thing I want to cover is that one of my biggest problems with StocksToTrade is that it crashes frequently on me. At least it did up until very recently, and that's what I want to go through today. So if you've ever had an issue with StocksToTrade freezing, crashing out, I found it was usually around market open, but there was one point where I would restart it and then it would crash out again. It was so frequent and very frustrating. And what I did to help resolve some of those issues, and I will be honest, they're not completely resolved, it is still capable of freezing up and crashing out, it just does it a lot less frequently, is I actually built my own PC. So the components I put into my PC, I was already running on this actual Intel Core i5 CPU. I just took it out of the machine it was in and put it into this one. I was running 12 gigabytes of RAM. I'm now running 16 gigabytes of RAM. And I was running Windows 10. I did upgrade it to Pro. I don't think that makes a difference over Pro or Home. I actually think the biggest changes come with replacing my hard drive with a solid state drive. And the reason I think that this is the difference is because at market open at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, the application is having to deal with a lot of data all at once as all the traders start trading, and StocksToTrade is just receiving all this data. And what a solid state drive allows it to do is read and write to disk at a much higher rate than a normal hard drive would allow you to do. And that's why I think this is now a more stable machine. The other change I've also made is that I've added in a new video card. It's an EVGA GeForce GTX 1060 video card. And I also use a Ethernet connection only on this machine. And that is something that came from StocksToTrade support as well. They recommended not using Wi-Fi, and I think again that's kind of the data rate, and also your Wi-Fi connection can kind of drift in and out, and it might drop a connection during trading hours, and that sends the application into a crash. One thing I also want to cover here is if you do need to contact StocksToTrade at support@stockstotrade.com, I highly recommend finding the error that crashed your StocksToTrade application and sending that to them as well. And to do that, what you want to do is on Windows, search for Event Viewer, go down to Windows Log, Application, and here I'm just going to sort by the error code or the level, and I know there's going to be errors towards the top, and then find the most recent error that includes StocksToTrade. You can see I had one here on November 30th. There are a few others as well after that, but I would just grab this information and include it in your email. I found them to be very responsive. That doesn't always mean that a solution will be found. But the key takeaways for me were definitely the solid state, upgrading to the solid state drive and using an Ethernet cable. That has resolved about 90% of the issues that I was having with StocksToTrade up until this point. And I hope in the future they'll be able to resolve the other 10% of the issues and make it a more stable product. But that's everything for this video. Thank you for watching.